Welcome back to Cottage Designs by Erin, where it's been a couple weeks since my last Flosstube, so I decided to meet with you again. If you are interested in making the quilt on my design wall behind me, click on my videos and scroll back until you see this quilt in the background and it says Sewing with Pre-Cuts. This is a very easy project to make, and as you can see, it turned out very pretty. So since I met with you last, I have a finish. I finished this yesterday. I have been working on this for 20 days and it still had more to go. I was supposed to have a bottom row on there that said February 14th, and it was supposed to have a little pink stitch all the way around, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I'm tired of working on it. I do like the finished project, but I'm finished with it. So I didn't want to put the date because I like to have this framed and leave it up in my bedroom year round. And so here is the pattern. The pattern is by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. It's called Cupid Sampler. I used a DMC Floss 335 in a raspberry pink, but you can make it any color that you want. I purchased this from the Stitcher's Garden. The Stitcher's Garden. And I purchased this pattern for $13.50, and her other, Brenda Gervais, another pattern by her for $13.50 called Spring Fling. So this morning I got up and I wanted to start a new project, and I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? It took me 3.5 hours to decide what to do. And part of the problem is the weather. We had snow here last night. We were not supposed to have any accumulation, and we have, I'm looking outside, probably 2 to 3 inches, even though we weren't supposed to have any accumulation. So I decided to go ahead and start Spring Fling, which calls for a pink linen, which I have, but my linen is not as bright as this. So here is my little start on Spring Fling, and I'm going to use my own conversion for this because I do not have the specialty threads that this calls for. It calls for Weeks Dye Works, Gentle Arts, or Classic Color Works. And while I have some of these, I didn't have any of the right colors. So I'm just going to use DMC. So that is my current start. I was very impressed with that website. They had my patterns to me just in no time flat. And they mailed me a beautiful little needle. They wrapped the patterns in beautiful tissue paper. I mean, the presentation was very pretty. So I wanted to talk to you about projects that you could work on to get that spring feel. First of which being the Spring Sampler by Little House Needleworks. And you can find this kit on eBay. Just do a search for Little House Needleworks and it will come up. It does not come with the fabric, but it came with the bell swath threads. And then I went out and I bought a cute little bird's nest to go with it off of eBay also, with the little eggs. So this is in a shelf that I have in the living room. I'm trying to transition over out of winter into spring. I would like to show you. I received these beautiful roses at work this week for Valentine's Day, and it really, really made my day. I love all flowers, and I mean, you can never go wrong with a rose. So they're already opening, and it's just so beautiful to look at. So when the snow's outside, it's nice to have fresh flowers inside. Okay, another option would be to make some kind of little pillows. I made this in January, so I'm starting to put my spring items out. And this is a little pillow called Spring Fling also. And this is by, I just looked it up and now it's leaving me. Completely left me. So sorry. But you can look on my last video because I showed it and I showed the pattern. I also have a video showing you how to finish this in a design like this. Okay. Other items that I have purchased that I think are ideal spring designs. Primrose Cottage has cute little designs like this, and Primrose Cottage has their own store on eBay, so you can buy from them directly. Blackbird Designs has this cute little garden clubs series. Look at that. Isn't that precious? That's got spring all over it, maybe possibly summer too. Here's a freebie from Calico Confectionery. It's a little egg design. This is called Spring Spot Sampler with You and I and Friends. And that is very pretty. I like the lavenders. Okay. I have some more patterns and things that I've purchased. The Lizzie Kate design, when we do what we can, God will do what we cannot. I love this. I haven't made it yet, but that says spring just because of the flowers and the sweet little motif. Also, Little House Needleworks has a summer sampler if you would like to start on that. So their little samplers look like this, and it only comes with the Belle threads, and then you have to add your own fabric of your choice. These work up. I've made 2 now, and you can make them in about a week. So that's a nice little thing to finish. And then when they finish, they're this size. Okay, and I took this to Hobby Lobby and had it framed. Also by Little House Needleworks, this is sweet. It's called the Needleworker. And it was called My Needles Work, but on the pattern it says Needlework. And I think she's awful cute. She's a little more primitive for my taste than what I would normally like. But look at these beautiful colors. How can you not love that? So I bought that off of eBay. Spring in the Tulips by Just Nan. I'm a little disappointed in this. It was very expensive. I want to say it was like $45. It came with the little beads and some thread. But this pattern is just horrible. And what I mean by horrible is like you have to change colors every time you turn around. It looks like it's a lot of little confetti stitching, which I'm not into. I mean, I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to do it because I bought it, but it's going to be a rough go. Let me just show you one little flower. Can you see all those color changes? That is a nightmare. Like, I don't like to change colors every 3 stitches. You know what I'm saying? It's a little much for me. But it does have a beautiful overall design, which I appreciate. It did come with these beautiful little seed beads. Pink little seed beads. Gorgeous. Okay. Next, I bought... Love Emily Dickinson. I was an English teacher for 12 years, and I taught at junior college for 3 years. And I started reading Emily Dickinson when I was in junior high. A cousin bought me a book of her poems for some occasion, and I started reading that, and I immediately fell in love. So this says, hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. This is traditional sampler chart, the Hope Sampler by Maura Blackburn. Let me get this out of the plastic because there's always a glare if you have the plastic. Isn't this breathtaking? I love the pinks and teals. Now, what I don't like, it came on this really dark linen. I mean, clearly you can see this is on light, this is on dark. So I have purchased new linen to stitch this on because I just feel like that dark linen just brings down the vibe. Okay, I also purchased, look at this, Laura Ashley from 1988. Why would you buy something that old, Erin? Well, because I graduated in 1988 for one thing, so I liked that. Beautiful, beautiful linen and colorway. This is a classic design. I mean, look at that. That has not ever gone out of style. So I would like to stitch this and hang it in my foyer. I haven't started it yet, but it's on my mini, to-do list. So now, spring of all spring projects. And you're going to laugh because it's a 90s model, okay? Look at this. Victorian Quilt Show, Excellence in Needlework. And this is by Linda Myers. You can go on eBay and do a search for Linda Myers kits, and they are just stunning. Now, what do I like about this? I love all the Victorian themes. The quilts, the house, the Victorian curtains, the gazebo. Oh my gosh, that gazebo's got a little quilt on. I pointed to the wrong side. It's just so beautiful. I would like to make the house pink, though. I've always wanted a pink Victorian. But look at this. Shazam. Look at that. All the threads are in here. Can you imagine what this would cost if you had to go buy all this separately? So this is not anything I will start anytime soon. This is something I would have to do when I'm off in the summer or something like that, when I have time to devote to it. It says, a lovely old bed and breakfast inn with charming gazebo displaying 12 colorful Victorian-style quilts. Our 9th addition to the Needlework series. Oh, so beautiful. I don't know if it... Let me open it and see if it tells what year this came out. I love all Linda Myers designs, but buddy, they are an investment in time because they are so complicated. This says it came out in 2001. Well, I have not looked at this yet. Let me tell you what. That is not a very good copy. I hope that's not the chart. Okay, so it's got a full-blown picture of the chart, and then it's divided into sections. I just think it's beautiful. I love all of the colors. And like I said, I'm a Victorian at heart. I love everything 1800s. So, might want to check out Linda Myers Cross Stitch Kits on eBay. All right, I think that's all for my patterns. Now then, beautiful, beautiful project bags. Let's talk about those. I have a couple stores that I just found on Etsy. One of which is Lake House Stitch Co. I showed this last time. Lake House Stitch Co. Wait till you see this bag. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at this bag. Ooh, isn't that beautiful? It looks like Flow Blue. Look at the back. Oh, I love, love, love it. I don't have any Flow Blue china, but I do greatly admire it. I think it's gorgeous. So here's this one from Lake House Stitch Co. I've got one here. This is from Little Boat 88. I don't have a card, but they are also on Etsy. Look at this. Looks like cross stitch on the back. In the soft scenes of youth, when cares are small and few, I'll show to others of my age what busy hands can do. Gorgeous. And then I purchased this also on Etsy from Little Boat 88. And look at this, it's black cats. I love black cats. And then the inside's got the little clear cover. I bought the pattern to make these, and it took it forever. I mean, forever to get here. And I haven't purchased the vinyl yet, so that's what's holding me up. That's keeping me from making bags. But I do want to try my hand at that eventually. Okay, now, the last little thing I thought I would show you is how I display my little vignettes. Let me carefully pick this up. I don't want to break anything. So I bought this really cool enamelware tray at Dolce, also known as Dollar General. Okay, the Dollar General store, which I call DG or Dolce for Dolce & Gabbana. I buy things there. I'm not offended. So I put this in my little tray with this beautiful pink Hobby Lobby glass candle holder. I have a little bowl of candy for my babies when they come over. And then I put my little pillow in here. Look at that. Isn't that a cute little idea? I like it. So I'm a firm believer that you should come home to a pretty house. Your home should be your castle, and you should be surrounded by things that make you happy to look at. And I love to look at beautiful things all the time. So I change out my items seasonally. I get this idea from my mother. I think we were the only Italian family that decorated for St. Patrick's Day. But my mom really enjoyed all holidays, and she taught us as small children to look forward to the next holiday. And even if it was buying us little cardboard cutouts to tape on our bedroom door, we would have a hand in decorating. We put snowflakes on the window, and we put our cardboard pieces up on our door. And for Valentine's Day, she always bought us a big satin heart, which just spoke to my heart. I love those big satin hearts with candy in them, which I don't know that they even make those anymore. They certainly don't make them like they did in the 70s with the big spray of flowers on them. Oh, they were so stunning. So, every holiday, every season, we would take down the old and put up the new. And I think it's good for kids. For one thing, it teaches them the seasons in order. Now, I deal with developmentally delayed adolescents, and in high school, they cannot sometimes tell you what the next holiday is. And so that's something that we work on. And so I took down Valentine's Day decorations Friday. I said, now what's the next holiday, guys? And sometimes they have to think about it. And they're like, is it a holiday where we get gifts? No. No, you do not. So St. Patrick's Day will go up when I go back to work this week so that they have a pretty little classroom to come to. And it helps them find my door because I always have something unique on my door for them to look at. So I hope you like my video. I don't know when I'll be back with you. Depends on how long it takes me to get something accomplished. I will be making you more quilting videos because I've got a bunch of beautiful spring patterns that I can show you how to make. Again, if you're interested in making this, click on my video history, scroll back until you see Sewing with Pre-Cuts. Like and subscribe and give me a thumbs up and come back and see me. Thank you. Bye.